2018 was very mediocre in my opinion. It started off on a very sad note because my dog disappeared on December 26th, 2017, and we never did found her, so I presume she's really dead. And, more bad things happened. Many people died, Stanley. I really felt bad for those people because I actually thought Stanley was going to turn 100 years or something. I mean, he had the potential, but apparently he had pneumonia because his wife died last year. I don't know. He was very grief sickened or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I presume that's the reason why he died. Steven Hillenburg died, the creator of SpongeBob. Even if I don't like SpongeBob, I still feel he was pretty good in the early seasons and in the movies, and he'll never get to see the third movie. Seriously, why are they doing a third movie? Why do I mean, isn't there Loud House in there? I don't know. Loud House has more potential or something. Not sure, but I don't watch Loud House, so who the hell cares? I turned atheist because my dog disappeared. I had a very much conflicted emotions about God, and if you don't want to hear much about it, you can just turn this off and go to another video, especially if you're like really religious and you don't like atheists' opinions. So I turned atheist this year, and it was incredibly hard to get through. I knew I had to suck it up because, well, honestly, atheism is just like a lack of belief in gods. And there are atheists who can't believe in an afterlife, but that's like a minority. There are conservative atheists, but they are a very little minority. I took the opinion of most atheists, like, I let you live if you'll let me live my life, and it's turned out really fine. I believe I have gotten more confident now that I know that I can't rely on God or someone else to, do the work for me. Well, God was never about that, but I just always thought, if I don't sing right now because I'm very embarrassed, maybe in heaven I'll do that. But no, right now, like, if my parents died right now, they'll never get to hear me again. They'll probably never realize that, but, it's pretty nihilistic in my opinion. So this year was pretty bad in terms of death. My personal experience, I say academically, it wasn't as bad as last year. Last year, I went to college. I failed two subjects, not because they were hard, but because I didn't pay enough attention to my teacher's instructions. While right now, this year, I failed because math is just really hard. Who likes math? Why do I have to take math? I'm not a software engineering. That's not what I'm studying. I'm literally on graphic design and animation. It makes no sense. But on the positive side, I got a new dog. And not because I wanted to replace Kitty. Nothing will replace Kitty, ever. I have a new dog named Quinn. She's going to turn 1 year old next year on January 12th. And she's just a darling. I mean, yeah, she's pretty mischievous and hurts my mom's plans. She's a Labrador slash Golden Retriever slash probably Collie and Dalmatian mix. And I believe she'll never be like a very big dog. And she's kind of like a medium sized dog. And Quinn's presence has made Kitty's absence a bit more tolerable. Harry, Kitty's partner, is still with us. And our cat, Gatika, is still with us. And she's really fluffy, so I don't know. Petting Gatika is pretty cool. So, what else? I believe animation wise, because that's what I'm studying, it was pretty. I didn't really see as many animated movies as other years. The movies I went to see this year were probably, Well, Infinity War, you can't consider that to be slash animated because if you realize, um, if CGI is still animation, isn't it? So yeah, I'm right now looking at the Wikipedia page and seeing animated movies. Um, I went to see Isle of Dogs. I thought it was decent. I did like it. I like the stop motion and that son of a bitch line. It's just like you can take that as an insult or as just a matter of fact. I don't know. I just really liked it. I went to see The Incredibles 2. It was pretty fun. And I'm not sure if it's as good as the first because the villain is definitely weak, but I still like the family dynamic more. Talking about movies, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if I can take the MOP review out before New Year's because I'm very lazy. And, well, lazy this year. I'll probably get back to it on the next 2 weeks. Afterwards, I went to see Smallfoot. I liked it. Fine. But it's not groundbreaking. No one really thinks it's groundbreaking. But it has a nice message. If even I could consider the first atheist movie for kids. If you haven't seen it, you'll have to see it to get why. Then I went to see Wreck-It Ralph. Oh boy, I didn't like that movie. It was pretty mediocre until probably the end or something. But even I still have problems with the end. Not always. Ralph was just kind of. They changed the characters a bit too much. Everything felt flat. I didn't feel the climax. I didn't feel the middle point, nor the first act. Nothing. It was just very laid back. I didn't feel any danger. Even, well, it could get into spoilers, so I'm not gonna say it. But really, at the end, the thread that makes what's supposed to be the climax exciting, I still didn't really buy it. So it was just kind of, yeah, I didn't like it. My mom went to see it too with me, and she didn't really like it. She only liked the Disney princesses scene and how the internet works in there. But aside from that, she saw no redeeming qualities in that movie. And if you've seen my YouTube channel, you have seen that I uploaded a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse-ish speed paint. I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You just gotta go and see it. If this loses to animated film, I'm losing my faith into the Oscars. Honestly, I kind of lost it when Big Hero 6 won to How to Train Your Dragon 2. But, I can be optimistic. No, seriously. Spider-Man is so unlike anything I've seen. It's for me the best Spider-Man movie. Ironically, it doesn't have Peter Parker, well, as a main character, but it's another guy who I've never heard of before. I didn't really know there were other Spider-Mans, I just knew there were other alternate universes before I even heard this movie was in development. So I kind of got into that, and yeah, everyone's praising the hell out of it. I haven't found a single person in my friends group that hates this movie or just kind of says, it's okay. You most likely find an opinion that goes against the majority's opinion, like saying, it was just okay and all that, but in real life, I haven't found anyone. So now, let's talk about my birthday. So you may or may not know, depending, because I never really advertise my birthday on my YouTube channel. My birthday was yesterday, December 27th, and I turned 20. And the only changes I really saw and heard was that my voice got a lot deeper, or something like that. I look a bit older when I have makeup. Well, yeah, I had a makeover yesterday. But anyways, the other difference was that technically I'm no longer an adult. Legally 18 in my country, you're an adult. But psychologically or something, you're like, you stop being a teen when you hit your 20s. But some people say that you don't really mature until you're 25 because the brain does something. I'm not sure. But right now, it's gonna be 5 years until I hit the 25th mark. My quarter of a century. And I think that's nothing special. I mean, I don't feel older. When I was 18, I didn't feel older. When I was 19, I was like, yeah, I kind of feel older, but not too much. Right now, I feel much younger than my 18th to 19th self. It's nothing really remarkable. When I turn 30, I'm gonna say, why was I saying that I felt old when I was 20? I mean, relatively speaking, once you turn 22, okay, now you're gonna start feeling old, but I haven't hit that yet. So yeah, I have very neutral feelings about that. If you want to know how I spent my birthday, it was like this. I woke up at 7 a.m., spent 2 hours half-assing my ass on my computer doing stupid things. Then my dad came and slept with me. Don't take it the wrong way. And then my mom came, and then afterwards I showered. We went to an IHOP, but it was very full. There's no reservation. It's a fast food restaurant. Then went to another IHOP that was farther up north. It was also very full. Then we went to a place called La Mexico. And I'm saying La Mexico instead of saying La Mexico because La Mexico, instead of having an X, it has a J. So anyways, I ate red chilaquiles. And if you haven't tried it out in Mexico, you need to try it out. Afterwards, we went home. I did more stupid stuff on my computer. And then I went to get my hair planchado. I don't know. Find that on Google. I don't really want to go to Google to tell you what I did. They made my hair flat. Yeah, so they did that. And I looked gorgeous, apparently, to my mother. Then they left me in Fashion Drive, which is a place where there are like a lot of shopping in there. So I went with my friends. We spent 2 hours buying stuff, and I only bought one thing, but I really didn't care. Then at 8:30, we went to Johnny Rockets, and more people came than I thought. And as a last resort, well, not a last resort, but like as a last surprise, we went to see Spider-Man. This was my second time seeing Spider-Man, and I can't wait to see it again with my mom next time. So I don't know, I felt pretty excited. Most of my friends were already 20. Only one was 19 and the other was 18. But it really didn't matter. They all got so well together, and they didn't know each other beforehand. So I was really happy. I invited tons of people to other dates, as in I got my first one, like my 20th birthday was actually celebrated a week prior, but very few went. I didn't really care about that, but most of them said thanks for inviting me and never told me if they were actually going to go. And others just really disregarded my message. In fact, there was this group on WhatsApp in which I put my invitation and no one responded to that. People started posting memes of other stuff like I was really ignored. So only 2 people from my college went to my birthday on the 27th of December. And yeah, it was kind of really sad. Especially because those are people I barely know. I have people on my college. I have people who I've known for like a year or so, and yeah, I don't really regard them as my friends, but I'm pretty friendly with them, and I wanted to be their friend. So I invited him to my birthday, and I'm sorry if I'm hanging on, but I'm like that. Sorry, but they never really did tell me happy birthday or anything. So it's just like, oh well, then fuck you. Let's see. So on December 20th, it was my first celebration. Then on the 25th, which was not planned, they sang, some people sang happy birthday to me, because they came from Austin. I lived in Austin for 3 years, and we knew them, and they sang happy birthday to me, and afterwards we just played soccer and Smash Brothers on the Nintendo Switch. And then on the 27th, which was yesterday, yeah, I did all the Johnny Rocket stuff and, fashion drive. And tomorrow I'm actually going to get celebrated again with my godparents. That's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, it was pretty cool, I suppose. I've never been this celebrated since my quinceañera. Oh my god. And my quinceañera was 5 years ago. What the hell? Time goes really fast when you're having fun. So I guess that's why I don't feel as old as I used to. So anyways, I really hope that you had a... Oh, I forgot, Christmas. I only got 3 presents. I got wireless headphones. I got a Google Home from the Macaulay King Home Alone commercial, and a Google Mini, which came as like an extra surprise. Well, none of my family believes in Santa anymore, so we just did a gift exchange. But, it was pretty laid back. We did that on probably 3 a.m. because we were very busy on December 24th. And yeah, it was nothing special. 25th, we didn't do almost anything. But anyways, I really hope you like me hangling about, and I hope you had a happy Christmas Eve, happy holidays for those who don't really like Christmas and such, and happy New Year's Eve. So thank you all, and probably see you next year. Bye.